everybody, I am Shenae Grimes-Beech from lostandlala.com. I am giving you this video today to show you how I get my flawless skin. A lot of you have asked me how I do my makeup because my skin always looks so great in pictures. As you can see from this video right now, my skin is far from flawless. I'm going to show you how I hide all of the imperfections while still achieving a natural makeup look. I have tried to perfect my foundation skills as best as I could over the years. I have a lot of redness in my skin. It's something that has given me a lot of insecurity because I don't feel like I can walk out of the house with no makeup on. In this tutorial today, I'm going to show you how I achieve my everyday skin look. I think it starts with the preparation, so I like to go in with a few different primers. I don't know if you're supposed to use multiple primers. I don't know if you're supposed to layer them on top of each other. I don't really know the sequence that it's supposed to go in, but I'm going to show you what I do. So the first thing I'm going to use is the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. Got clean hands. Make sure your hands are clean when you're applying makeup with your fingers. And I'm just going to slather that all over my face. Every time I'm on set, the makeup artists are always amazed that every 15 minutes, all of the concealer that they've applied has come off my face somehow. I guess I have very combination skin, so some areas are dry and some are very oily, so the makeup just doesn't stick where it is oily, and then it can get really cakey really easily where it's dry. So now that I've got my base primer on, I am going to whack a bit of Smashbox's Photo Finish Foundation Primer, the Color Correcting Adjust in green. If you know color correctors at all, if you know the color wheel at all, you know green is the opposite of red. So the goal is to cancel out some of this redness I've got going on. My summer glow has definitely left me at this point, which means I get pale and all of that redness really pops off of my skin. The next one I'm going to use is a great product. Charlotte Tilbury, I don't know if you guys have heard me talk about her line before, but she's amazing. And I got this product from the makeup artist who did my makeup for the MMVAs. This is called Wonder Glow Instant Soft Focus Beauty Flash. Doesn't that just sound brilliant? I am just going to kind of apply sparingly to the areas where I want my highlight later on. It does have a little bit of shimmer in it to help give you that glow. So I apply it to my cheekbones, up into my temples, just really patting it into my skin lightly. Then I will go in on the bridge of my nose. I don't know a lot about color correcting as of yet. I have ordered some, so I'm very eager to see what the hype is all about and see if it works. But I do have this amazing palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's a cream highlight and contour palette. I've had it for ages. But what I actually do, and again, I don't know if you're really supposed to do this, but I go in to color correct my skin before I put on my foundation and concealer with these products. One tone is a peachier tone. So I just take the slightest amount of that because these colors are really highly pigmented. They go a long way. And I go into that dark crevice you can see on this eye. It's got like a grayish, purplyish tinge to it, and it adds a lot of depth to my eye socket. I think that's good for eye number one. You can probably see the difference is pretty extreme. This looks kind of crazy because it's not blended into my skin tone at all yet, but that step is coming. For now, we're just trying to get rid of these dark bags. As I'm sure you know, blending is key when doing makeup, so you can see I'm just kind of fanning out the pigmentation all around so that when I go over it with my foundation and concealer, there's no harsh lines of brightness. This product does tend to get a little bit dry, so I just kind of add natural oils back into it by pressing it into my skin once I've applied it everywhere. The next color I'm going to use from the palette is the yellow one. I just find it really good for my skin tone to cancel out some of that super redness that I was telling you about. So the broken capillaries that I have, I just dab a little on there, pat it in with my finger. I go in on the sides of my nose because that's where I have a lot of redness. Okay, that was a lot of redness to cover. I'm sure you have less than I do. But as you can see, it's already made such an improvement in the color of my skin, and I'm looking in the mirror really close to me right now, and it doesn't even look like I have any makeup on. So just make sure that your application is really light with this stuff. It is heavy duty. That is it for the preparation of my skin. It is now ready to apply some makeup. I did a little makeup tutorial forever ago, my first attempt at YouTubing. My knowledge of makeup has definitely improved, but I still use this product because I just love it so much. NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. I typically try to stick with tinted moisturizer when picking a foundation, just because I find regular foundations to be really heavy. I can feel them on my skin. I can see them on my skin. We are going to apply this guy now. Spread out foundation into your ear. Blend it into your hairline. And as I'm sure you know, most definitely get some blending along that jawline and into your neck. Because we have all made that mistake before. Look at that, nice. Got some in my hair. You can see that this tinted moisturizer has fairly decent coverage, but for ones that just really need that extra little bit of coverage, I just go in with another soft layer. Now I have my damp beauty blender, and I'm just gonna tap it in to my skin so that it really holds. The areas I really pat hard are in that T-zone. Because I don't know about you, but sometimes I look at myself halfway through the day and the makeup is just like caking off of my forehead, right smack in the middle of my eyebrows or along my nose. It's really difficult to keep foundation on your nose. And you know what? That's where most of your freckles will be if you have them. So I try and pack it in and blot it off of my nose as much as possible. It's also great as you get older to keep a beauty blender in your bag, because if you just pat at those little fine lines throughout the day, any kind of creasing will disappear in a second. Now I use two colors of NARS Radiant Creamy Concealers, one in a lighter shade for under my eyes and any areas I really want to highlight, and a slightly darker shade for any areas on my face that I need to cover. I just ordered Tarte Shape Tape, I believe it's called. I watched a bunch of tutorials online comparing this with the Shape Tape, and apparently the Shape Tape takes the cake. So I'm very excited to try that out. I will do that for you guys when I get it. But in the meantime, I will stick with these tried and true beauties. Going in with the darker shade first. And I just apply really light swipes in this beautiful face paint pattern. And then I come back in with my Anastasia palette. These three contour colors, I really don't know what the difference is between them. Maybe I can see a slight color difference, but not really. So I just kind of patted all three of them. I don't know if That's what you're supposed to do, but I'm not a professional makeup artist, so that's okay. I'm gonna go in and draw my little contour portion of my face paint. Give me some cheekbones, yes. This is always so hard. Like, that's definitely not straight, is it? I think I got it. Ish. I got it ish. I got it enough. I'm sure this isn't the first beauty tutorial you've watched, so you know about that the 3 shape that you're supposed to make. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Lovely. I'm just gonna go back in and blend out an attractive face that I'm making for you right now. Blend out the contour bit. Using the Beauty Blender to pat in your concealer after you contour just helps super blend all of those harsh lines that might be left over. Okay, cool. Now I can go in with my lighter concealer. Get whatever's left in there on here. And I go in under my eyes. Like a little butterfly on my face. And now, wait. I did it, you guys. I just go in one more time around my little goatee of redness. So that is all of my foundation, concealer, everything done. I'm using the Makeup Forever Professional Super Matte Loose Powder. Makeup Forever Super Matte Loose Powder. I like to use a small brush when I'm powdering under my eyes so that I can really kind of get into all the crevices in there. And I also do that for any other kind of nitpicky areas. Also, any areas that I know just get really oily as the day goes on. Now that my problem areas are powdered, I'm gonna go in first with my cream blush. This one I have used about 1,000 times. It looks so gross, I don't even want to show you the package because that's how often I use it. But I'm using it anyway because it is Illuminate by Ashley Tisdale. My friend, when her line came out, she gave me a package of all of her first goodies, and they're all amazing, and this I have used on my face every day since. So thanks, Ash. I love this because it just goes on so nicely. It blends so perfectly, and all I have to use is my finger. It's so easy to work with. A lot of cream blushes are intimidating because I feel like they always stick to certain areas more. They go on really patchy. This one doesn't, and I just love the color so much. It's somewhere in between kind of a dusty rose and a peachy color, and it's not too bright, so it's perfect for everyday, really natural wear. And you can just punch it up too by layering it in. I usually do like 2 swipes, and I'm good to go. I have this Charlotte Tilbury palette. I use this every day as well. It's an amazing palette, especially for beginners who aren't that familiar with makeup. It's got 3 eyeshadow colors, 2 blushes, a great really light bronzer, and a great highlighter. I love this bronzer because it's pretty matte. It seems to have the slightest glimmer of shimmer in there, but it's really faint. It's nothing crazy. You're not gonna look like a Barbie doll. I apply it with a fan brush just because I feel like it gives a really nice all over application without any harsh lines. Fall has quickly made me super pale again, so I'm not gonna go too crazy with the bronzer. Otherwise, I will look like 2008 me, which I should probably pull up a photo and intercut into this video right now. You'll understand what I'm talking about. I was orange from head to toe and loved it. Now I'm gonna go in and use a little 1-2, back again on 1 on the cheek colors in this palette. The mirror looks gross because I use that as my palette. And I pat it off a lot to mix the colors and get off any excess. And I just dab over my cream blush for an extra pop. Back in with my super matte loose powder. Just all over, generally, to kind of blend the blush in with the rest of my skin. Make sure everything is set real good because we want it to look nice and natural-ish. The last step of my flawless face makeup routine is, of course, a good highlight. I love the highlight in this Charlotte Tilbury palette. Whoo, can you see that? Yeah, girl. Like a unicorn. That's nice. I'm gonna pop a little right in the center of my nose. I'm just gonna go in with my finger and apply it right to the bows of my lips. And that's it. That's all. It's relatively simple. There is a few steps, but most of the steps come, as I said, in the preparation of the skin. That's the most important part about applying makeup. I think my skin still looks natural. I can still see my beauty marks. I can see my freckles coming through. Nothing's been totally hidden, but I do have great coverage, which is really important for me because I do have problematic skin. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. As you could see at the beginning of the video, I do not have flawless skin, but it is possible to look photo ready with a few simple steps focused on the preparation of your skin. Please head over to lostandlala.com for more tips, tricks, tutorials, and let me know in the comment section below what video you want to see next. Subscribe to my channel and please like the video if you enjoyed it. All right, I will see you next time. These are products that I have been using forever. I actually just placed a new order with Sephora for a whole new set of products because I wanted to switch up my regimen. I think it's important to do that every now and then. So I will do a tutorial once that box arrives of all my new goodies and see how they work in comparison to what I've been using in the past. See if color correcting is actually a real thing. Is it worth all the hype? I don't know. I'm gonna find out.